Whoo, what's going on, y'all? I just finished doing some videos for my Next Journeys channel. I actually recorded a video earlier today, but let me make sure I'm in focus. I recorded a whole video, it wasn't in focus. But I was like, you know what? That's just part of the challenge of, being what it is that we are, maintaining a level of consistency and just, it's just part of the challenge, part of the journey. It's 1:30 right now. I'm about to go to sleep because I gotta get up early tomorrow. Get back out there, do what I need to do. I'm trying to think, what was I talking about earlier? I remember what sparked me to make the video that I made earlier. It came because I was sitting there and I was like taking a break from what I was doing, like from working and stuff. And I found myself like consuming content, and it was like productive content, but it was still state of I was just consuming, and I was like, you know what, I need to create something. So I just came in and I started to create something. This is the same thing that got me up. Like, I was honestly exhausted when I got home today, and I didn't really feel like making any videos. I didn't like feel like doing any of that shit at all. But it's like, bro, I know what I want, and I think it's very important that all of you watching this, and this is something that I have come to realize, like, you have to know what you want. You have to really know what you want, and you have to know who you are. Sidebar, I'm about to take it somewhere totally different. Too many of us are looking for somebody else to be the one in our story. You are looking for somebody to be, I guess, the savior for you, or looking for somebody to feel this missing piece inside of you. And I think that that's just a very toxic and a negative way to live life, because it creates this perpetual cycle of attaching yourself to things that are bound to leave. And not to say that you shouldn't indulge in like relationships or anything like that, but I'm saying you have to be complete and whole in who you are as a person. Like, you have to be the one in your story. Stop looking for the one in somebody else or something else. It doesn't even have to be a person. It can be something else, but stop looking for something outside of you to fulfill you, bro, because it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And it's kind of backwards, because we think we need something to validate us. We think we need something to validate us as human beings, right? But I think we find validation through the expression of ourselves, and understanding that this is something I had to realize, which is another reason why I really started documenting myself and documenting my story. And this is why I encourage all of you to do the same, because we are all uniquely writing a story, right? You are writing a story. I am writing a story. The person next to you is writing a story, whether they realize it or not. The problem is most people don't even realize the fact that they are writing a story. The story is being written regardless of if you're being intentional about it, right? So this is why it's in your best interest to be intentional about it, because when you are intentional about the story that you are creating about yourself through your actions, you now gain your power back, and you now have accepted the responsibility of creating a life that is good and beneficial for you and those you love. And you're actually giving yourself a real chance of creating a life that you want to live, instead of a life that somebody has already planned for you or have pre-scripted for you, or you just plugging yourself into somebody else's puzzle. Like, by taking responsibility and accepting responsibility of creating your own life and being intentional about these things, it's like, okay, like, now I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I have to. It's not an easy task by any means, but I think about life and the limited amount of time we are given here, like in this sense. And it's like, bro, it shouldn't be easy. Not saying it should be difficult, that you should just try to do the most, like, everything should be difficult for you. But I'm saying, like, no, like, from shifting to a state of mind of like having everything done for you and planned for you, like, to like now I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna make the decision. It really happened for me when I got kicked out of college, because up until that point, everything had been planned for me. Like, okay, you're gonna go to school this time, you're gonna be out for the summer this amount of time, and then everything is in schedule. But now when I got kicked out, I'm like, oh damn, like, now I have to make these decisions. Now I'm in the real world now at 28 years old, and I have to make these decisions for myself. And although things may be difficult and I'm stressed, like, my 20s have been like stressful, bro. Like, oh my God, like, stressful. But I embrace it, and I understand that these things that I'm feeling, whether I understand them in the moment or not, they're all a blessing because they are allowing me to experience different parts of myself that are going to allow me to grow. So I say that to say, when you are going through things that you may be perceiving as negative, take a step back out of the situation and don't take things so personally, but ask yourself, what can this situation teach me in this very moment? What is the lesson that can be extracted for me to then go and evolve my character, like evolve my build? So when I go through certain things, good or bad, my failures and my successes, I analyze them and I ask myself, okay, what can I take from this experience that can propel me forward in a way that I can, if it was a negative experience, to flip it into a positive experience. And if it was a positive experience, how can I recreate it in a different way to create more positive experiences? And the more you figure out how to lean more towards the positive, regardless of the situation, the more you create momentum within your life to be able to really live a life that is fulfilling and truly rooted in happiness and just success and all of whatever you view as a positive in your life. The more you stack the positives and understand how to create these positives in your life, you become a better creator. You become more able to understand how your intentions really shape the world that you are living in, and not just be like being a victim. You don't want to be a victim to life or a victim to circumstance. And that's something that I'm thinking about a lot these days. Like things happen, but I don't have to be a victim to them. Life is gonna life, but I don't have to be a victim to them. And I for damn sure don't have to let life dictate my emotions, regardless of how I'm feeling. Like I said, I was tired as hell when I got home. I've been running around all day long, because that's just where I'm at in life right now, and I'm gonna change it. Things are gonna change, but I have to be consistent with it, and I have to be very intentional about what it is that I'm doing, because through my intention and through my action and through my decision to keep showing up and doing the things that I know are going to create change within my life. I just talked about this on my last episode of Grassroots. I talked about how every decision counts. Everything counts. So me deciding to do this, I know it's going to have a positive effect on my future, because it is me doing something that is in alignment with the life that I want to create for myself. If you are somebody that has a life that you want to create for yourself, do things that are in alignment with that. My last video on this channel was back in alignment. I felt that I was doing things. I got the purple vest on. I'm in my shit. I'm in my bag. You feel what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And the results may not come immediately, but I know that by me laying this brick, by me continuing to show up and giving my space and the opportunity to be better, and express my emotions and express how I'm feeling, like I feel myself and I can witness myself getting better at the thing that I set out to do months ago, years ago. Me being here right now is a byproduct of decisions that I made years ago. And where I'm going to be 10 years from now is going to be a byproduct of the decision that I'm making right now in this very moment. Choosing to do something that I know is going to be impactful. Choosing to do something that I know is going to elevate me as a person and elevate those that come in contact with my work at any point. This is going to be crazy to watch back whenever, and not even just for me, but for those that come in contact with it, because we're going to see the evolution of somebody who is willing to do what they want to do and what they feel they have been called to do. And I'm not saying this to be braggadocious about myself. I'm saying this because I truly want to inspire all of you to embrace your uniqueness, your individuality, your light, your spark, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I want you to embrace it truly and go through that challenge, go through that journey, and go through that process, good or bad. It's going to be ups and downs. You're going to get knocked upside your head a little bit. Fuck it. So, that's what it's about. And it's about, okay, I'm going to get bumped up, but I'm gonna get back up, and I'm gonna get back up, and I'm gonna be stronger. And then when I get to a certain place, I can, bro. I'm already knowing shit gonna be so gravy. I'm already knowing. I can see it, bro. I can see it. I can feel it. I can taste it. I can smell it. I laugh at it sometimes because it's that real to me. It is that real to me that I drive around and I laugh at experiences that have yet to materialize in the physical form. You feel me? Because I'm in real life. I'm in it. You feel me? I be thinking about it, even the little nuances of conversations that I plan to have with, people that inspire me, or just the people that I, see myself interacting with, or the situations with me and my loved ones. And I can feel it, bro. And you gotta feel it. I think I'm gonna make this video that you gotta feel it. You gotta really feel it, bro. You gotta believe it, regardless if anybody else believe it. I keep seeing that same Michael Jackson clip. You gotta believe in yourself. They laughed at the Wright brothers. What he say? They laughed at Henry Ford, but like, yeah, bro, they laughed at Walt Disney, but they laughed at Nick Johnson when I started making music, and I was on the fucking rooftop. Not the rooftop video, not the on the roof video, but that rooftop video when I don't even know if that building's still around. I think it is. It's the Eastern Market. But like, bro, when niggas was like rapping "Catch Me" and shit, don't let them catch me. No, that's on SoundCloud. Bro, they be laughing. They be laughing, but like they don't laugh in my face. But I know the motherfuckers be having little shit to say. I don't give no fucks, and you shouldn't give a fuck either. It is what it is, bro. Like, because it ain't about them. It's about you. It's about you and your story. It's about you embodying all of the greatness that you are meant to embody and more. Because what you believe you can be, everything you believe you can be way better. I'm telling you, like, we set out to do these things. You know, I'll set out to do a goal that sometimes seems unreachable. And lo and behold, I go way beyond it. You know, and what is that about? I don't know. I don't know. You know, like opening ourselves up to new experiences and new possibilities, bro, and understanding that, like, the idea and the dream that you have is monumental and great as it is. It's just this to what you'll actually achieve. It's like you think it's this, but it's really this. But you're actually gonna achieve the real this if you actually step into what it is that you have been called to do. I just wanted to make this video because I gotta do it. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel that I know that by doing these things, I am staying in alignment with who it is that I am as a person and who it is that I will be, you know, in the greater version, the version of myself much greater beyond this version that I am right now. I still think I'm great as fuck. But, you know, like, the greatest, he's probably watching like, that little nigga crazy. He probably watching like, I'm glad he was doing that. I'm glad he was on that for real. Like, I'm glad he was really doing that. I'm glad he sat in front of that camera and talked to these people, you know, because it's crazy as it is, and I'm talking to all y'all. It's really just me in this room, you know, like me, this camera, and my belief. You know, and that's the realest shit ever, you know, but I know that you're watching, and I know that by me saying this, you're going to embrace that part of yourself too. You know, we all have this thing within us, and it's something that exists within all of us. It is my intention, by way of utilizing my skills and abilities and acting upon my ideas and the things that I feel that I've been called to do, to embrace this light or spark or whatever it is that you want to refer to it as. And I want to ignite that within other people watching this. That's like the whole intention, like, behind all of it. Like, because I just think that's fire, bro, because I witnessed the growth within myself, and I just be like, damn, you know, it's a fire experience, you know, and I think everybody deserves to feel that, especially if you're somebody who has had trouble with belief in self at any point in your life, which is something that I think we've all struggled with to a certain degree. Nobody's perfect, or I don't think any person is born just perfectly confident, especially the way this world is like set up to where it just is trying to like beat the shit out of you, you know, like it's just trying to beat you down. Like, it's like this set up to basically make you feel like you ain't shit, you know, but you got to embrace it and be like, nigga, I am some shit. I'm the shit. Yeah. You telling me I ain't shit, I'm the shit. You know, but it takes a little while for you to realize that. You know, all arrogance aside, I'm a humble person. Very humble person. But you gotta know who you are. You know, like, I don't do this shit to squander nobody else or to shit on anybody. But this is all about me embracing myself and you letting you know that you need to embrace yourself. You know, you got to get to know that despite what anybody else tells you. Regardless if somebody's trying to tear you down or make you feel like you ain't this or you ain't that. But I promise you, you got it. I promise you got it if you choose to embrace it, if you choose to go after it. And like I said before, it'll be greater than you could have ever imagined. Ever in a million years. So give yourself the chance to do it. I'm gonna let y'all go though, because it's probably 1:45. I be knowing. I think I got an inner clock. It's like 1:45, or it's 1:45 on the dot. The sound of that train be so peaceful at night. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but like when I be sleeping or I be laying down, and like the train be and the horn be going off, be peaceful. And when it's raining, oh my goodness. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and express what was on my mind at 1 o'clock in the morning to all of you. So thank all of you again for watching and listening to me rant, I guess. Thank you for watching Nick's Journey's channel. Thank you for watching the Purple Air channel. Thank you for watching Grassroots. Thank you for streaming my music. Thank you for doing all of these different things that I choose to express and engaging with me as a creative person. And by way of me embracing who it is that I am, I hope that I can inspire you to embrace who you are, so we can link up and we can laugh and you can tell me how you was watching my videos and I can be like, oh my God, you lit, you turn, ah. This is Nick Johnson, AKA, I am Nick Johnson, AKA your favorite cousin. And if I have not already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I will catch you on the next one. Until next time. Wow.